continuing on with my ending for Fallout New Vegas.
Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Hold on a second. Alright, I want it to not be opacity anymore. I want to be able to read it. Sorry, I just want to be able to read the text.
Black Mountain
Here we go.
Radio continued to broadcast its peculiar form of propaganda. Raul Tejada faced his execution each day, though pardoned in the end.
What the hell? I never even met those guys.
Entering too near Black Mountain continued to be harassed by Tabitha's followers.
Look at, she's a
Though
weirdo.
the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
Cool.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before.
Oh, great.
Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
Oh, excellent.
Travelers continued to stop by Good Springs Source for water on the Long 15, but rarely would anyone venture into the ruins of Good Springs itself. Those who did were almost always tourists, come to visit the graveyard where the courier rose from the dead.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graff.
Ah.
NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Rose of Sharon Cassidy died as her caravan died. In an unmarked grave, another victim of the Mojave.
That's right, she got fucking
During the
vaporized.
Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the apocalypse and rebuilt their strength.
Cool, happy ending for them.
Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
That is good news for them.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Awesome.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Freeside came to be known as one of the more stable areas in the region.
Sweet.
Ironically, NCR refugees found Freeside safer than most of the rest of New Vegas, where resentment still lingers.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Happy ending for
Though
Rex.
Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several Bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its
The Brights
defenses,
survived. Are you
allowing it
serious?
to remain independent
Those ghouls I
of
launched in the
NCR.
rocket survived. Wow.
NCR, battered by the loss of the dam, were unable to devote any troops to retaking the correctional facility from the Powder Gangers. As a result, Powder Ganger raids on caravans became an unfortunate fact of life in the Mojave for years to come.
What are you gonna do?
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault-19 Powder Gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fate.
Especially from Rey Mysterio there.
Plan proved to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prince.
Sweet.
And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful robotic eye.
That's cool. One of its memory banks was triggered. Upon reaching Navarro, EDE vanished. It was not seen in the wastes again. Oh, wow.
And so the courier's road came to an end, for now.
What happened to Boone?
In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, Fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
That was sweet. A really long ending, depending on what you did in the game. Now what? Uh-oh. Really slow. Look at that. The credits are barely moving. I skipped them. And that's it. That's the end of the game. Alright, so that is the end of Fallout New Vegas, my official playthrough. I may be going back every once in a while from time to time to do some additional missions, but for the most part, I think I'm not going to play this again till the DLC since I put so much time into it. It's the official Fallout music from Fallout 3. They're playing it now. The one thing I am disappointed in is the game bugs. Because I got around everything else, the loading problems and everything, but the game bugs were not avoidable. And so, for example, I couldn't get the power armor, couldn't get the Brotherhood on my side. Really frustrating. But besides that, an outstanding game, a long game, and hopefully once they patch it enough to fix the game bugs, it'll be an outstanding game. But for now, it's pretty damn good. I have to say, the longest game of the year by far. So, excellent.